couple guests here hanging out. It's been a very, very educational program today, I'd like to say, and some fun, of course. Aaron Berg joins us, and now we have Ashley Moffat, who brought in Jess Beaulieu, right? I'm saying that.
Yeah, you killed it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Do you know Aaron? Have you ever worked with Aaron?
We met briefly.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Nice to meet you. Hi, Jess. How are you?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
So I guess, listen, are you guys lesbian?
Sorry, what?
God, you ask me that every time I come in.
No, because it's a radio show, right? So you have to, we talk about these things the same way I would say, I'm Jewish. To get into a fair, was that an offensive question?
Yes, absolutely. That
You're
was.
not allowed to gender qualify anybody based on their sexuality
No,
anymore.
I'm very
What are you
bi-curious.
talking about? That doesn't actually make any sense. What you just
So
said.
yes, she's a lesbian.
Okay.
That's the quick of it.
I didn't mean to.
Wow, we're already getting so offensive, and I've been here for less than a minute. This is incredible,
I've been offensive
Aaron.
since
Actually,
4 o'clock, Jess.
that was me.
Your
just trying
entire
to,
life, probably. Go ahead.
Guys, I don't want to fight. Listen, my whole goal was that's my thing with Ashley. This is our ongoing fun.
We joke about Ashley's a lesbian, and I'm like, I'm a lesbian. And then we kiss later.
And then I tell her I'm very bi-curious, which is a fact.
Yeah.
And Ashley helps me with that stuff.
Yeah.
So become one of my very good friends. And I'm sorry if that was I'm just trying to have fun, man. I don't know.
Jess didn't find it funny.
I'm
Jess
sorry you didn't
has a
find it
very
funny.
different sense of humor, and
unless
unless you're a lesbian, you can't make jokes about being a lesbian.
No, but to be honest,
Well, he also doesn't know me at all and doesn't know what my sexuality is, so to assume that is offensive. So, yeah.
But I wasn't assuming anything. I was asking a question. There's no assumption there. That's like
you got the voice of an angel, though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
literally.
that.
I was not trying to be.
I have the voice of an angel?
Yeah.
Oh, wait till you hear when I start talking about you.
Okay, well,
we got 18 minutes, Jess.
Oh, boy, that's not enough. I need 18 days
Come on, that
to
flannel's
rip
going to
into
start
you.
sweating through, and you got to get home and listen to some Sarah McLachlan. We got to get started here.
Well, you got a problem with Sarah McLachlan?
No,
Hey, fuck
wonderful
you.
Canadian songstress.
That's the most insulting thing you've ever said. That's saying a lot. My God. Yep.
Hi.
Nice silence here.
No.
What do you want to talk about?
You obviously, we it was very nice. Alison Dorr hooked us up, and you came in last moment. So thank you for giving us your time. Grateful
Oh,
for
hey,
that.
no problem.
And I think you've been outspoken about this. White guys matter. I don't know. I don't know what you've said or what you haven't said. White guys matter. I just know you were suggested to get on last minute for the program.
Right.
And here you are. And Aaron's, of course, part of the show tonight at Yuck Yucks. Mark President's, big club.
I don't
downtown.
know, Jess. So we've never met before.
Never
so
met.
I don't know the
so
history.
what are your thoughts? Because I come in as completely, blind, really. No, and I'm not offending blind people.
About what my thoughts are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. I think it's bullshit and horrible and problematic. And it's all of the issues in the world right now wrapped up into one.
But your reasons for that.
I think it's mocking the oppression of marginalized people. It's mocking social justice movements that are fighting for their rights and freedoms. I think there are so many fucking spaces for white guys right now. I don't know why you need to create another one. I think the title of the show is probably supposed to be some stupid hook, but what it's going to do is invite hate towards marginalized people and inspire bigots around the world. It already is. So good for you in doing that. Congratulations.
The Proud Boys just got a hold of Jess's Facebook.
Yeah, the Proud Boys.
That's horrific. And,
the alt-right group.
Megan Fraser is the comedian in the city. She's amazing. She's getting death threats on Twitter for voicing her opinion.
And again, I'm not taking any side here, but I know that so is Aaron, and so is Darren Frost.
Yeah.
And the death threats are coming from both sides. So we should make that very clear.
Right.
Now, but have you asked Aaron?
And can we also mention it's a comedy show?
It's a comedy.
Right? It is jokes.
Have you asked Aaron if that's what his intent was to inspire?
What was your intent? I read your intent in a Now Magazine article today too.
Yeah, I was misquoted in that.
You were
way.
misquoted?
Yeah, it's a lovely magazine. I used to get hookers out of the back of it, but it's
okay. That's anti-sex work. So
anti-sex work.
I'm just gonna
by hiring a hooker is anti-sex work.
Well, I feel like
I think it's contributing to sex work.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but thanks for posting your red flag. My point was to stir up shit with people like you that put on these shows that are very inclusive, but you set limitations on what comedy can be, and you say this is a place where you cannot joke about these things. And I've been made aware of these shows that you put on. Our show is to mock the current status of the industry. I don't know if you work professionally as a comic or if you work. I don't know you, so
I do work professionally as a comic and a writer and
a stand-up
an actor.
comic, and you're hired by a network that you work for.
Yeah, have I been hired by a network that I work for?
You're working. What are you working on right now?
What am I working on right now? A bunch of different things.
Do you want to name any of them, or are they all just things?
Are you questioning my professionalism right now?
Yeah, that's
that
exactly why I asked if you're a professional. Yeah, I'm questioning
I've been
your
in a bunch of different
professionalism.
festivals. I've been in JFL 42. I've been one of the 42 in JFL 42, which you were just unaware of, I guess. I've written for the Beaverton television show. I've written for other television shows, been paid money. I've been an actor,
you make
a
a
working
living
actor.
as a stand-up? Or?
I make a living as many things in entertainment.
All right, but you wouldn't qualify yourself as a full-time stand-up comic.
No, but I probably have more fans than you do.
That sounds wonderful, but I doubt it highly.
I
live
don't.
in the United States where people actually go out and see comedy. So my question to you is, why do you have these rooms that are like you're putting limitations on people? What we're doing is mocking the current status of the industry. If you work in the industry, you'll know that now there's
I do work in the industry.
Great.
Don't be condescending
then you'll know
to
this.
me.
I'm not. I'm
okay?
talking to you. You will know that there's quotas now where they say we need a certain amount of people of color, a certain amount of different sexualities to hire for jobs, and there's very few jobs. Now what we're doing is mocking that. None of us are in a position where we're hurting for money. None of us are in a position where our careers are woeful, so we're mocking white guys that complain about that.
You're mocking white guys that complain about that.
That's correct.
Do you realize that though, by creating this show, you are inviting hate towards marginalized people? That you're like attracting groups that
you're putting that onto them.
No, I'm not putting that onto them.
What I'm going to do is go and do 45 minutes of really funny stuff that people are going to laugh at, and there's no boundaries as to what my comedy is.
You don't think that the Proud Boys supporting this show is problematic?
Can I ask a question? Because do you think the Proud Boys would support a show like this if they never even was brought to their attention?
I mean, who fucking cares if it wasn't or if it was? There wouldn't have been already Proud Boys attending the show. I don't know. That's also just bad advertising if they didn't already know about it. I mean, like, I was exposing it not to get attention from the Proud Boys, to bring attention to others that you guys are doing shit like this.
Jess Beaulieu joins us. Ashley Moffat is in your words, what would the difference be of the shows that Aaron was talking about, whether it's all female based or all lesbian based or all is there a difference?
I mean, I think there's a difference because when you're producing those shows, you're giving a platform to people whose voices have been silenced their entire lives. It's affirmative action.
Okay.
I mean,
is that
marginalized
the
people you
people.
put on the shows
marginalized people
or the audience.
I mean, I produce a bunch of different shows. My weekly show, the point is to center marginalized people who have been shut out of entertainment for since the beginning, the beginning of time.
Totally understand.
And you're giving a platform now to white guys, and you're giving it this title.
No. The difference between what you're doing is you're giving opportunities to marginalized people. What we're doing is making people laugh. It's a big difference.
Oh, you're such a...
Oh, the gloves are off!
Oh, my God. So you think that... Do you think that a bunch of marginalized people on a show can't make someone laugh?
Give me a spot, give me a spot, I'm going to bury you all.
I guarantee you they can make people laugh for the marginalized audience. I don't know if they can make people laugh.
Can we get some
strangers in the room.
Sorry, JJ Lieberman was supposed to be on that show, and he got fired from Yek Yeks. And I remember doing a show for Todd. It was a roast battle. I spanked that boy. I crushed him. I tore him to shreds.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
But
I just wanted to get
Ashley,
that.
I'm sure, and I haven't seen you. You can look at me. It's all right. You won't light on fire. It's hilarious. I'm sure.
I would really.
She was in a horrible accident where she was
Why
lit
do you
on fire.
hate
Were you
burn
really?
victims?
I did not know this. I like Ashley. She's funny. She's funny. She's very funny. I don't know you, and I'm sure you're hilarious. But I think JJ's funny too. Do you think JJ's funny? Or
I mean, I don't think he's as funny as I am.
I don't think he's funny at all. But
Why is that? Because I've seen him do really well
I've seen him tanked.
Under a lot of... Yeah, I've seen him tanked, too.
I've seen him kill and tank. I've seen him kill and tank in the same show, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why, Jess, why do you think he's not funny? Is it because the subject matter or because you disagree with his personal standpoint?
Both. I also just don't think he's funny.
So you
I
have
no
to.
connection.
I think you have to
no
separate these
relatability.
things from the funny. I think as a comic, and
No,
please
disagree
don't.
on that,
Okay,
too.
I
respect that.
agree with the fact
Yeah.
that you disagree. But as comics, our community as comedians would be stronger if we all agreed on some core beliefs.
What core beliefs are you talking
that
about?
funny is first.
No, funny is not first.
Funny is then get the fuck out of comedy.
No,
lady.
okay, I don't give a shit that if people are laughing at racist jokes, at sexist jokes, at homophobic, transphobic jokes, I don't care if people are laughing. Those people are also bigots and wrong.
Really? Because when they
And
laugh
they
at
are
a gay
valid,
joke,
and you,
they go out and chase a gay person in a Ford
no, but maybe
F-150.
a gay person who's at that show feels smaller and less safe
And
in that
maybe-
space. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know. You're a white guy, is that right?
I'm a
You're
Jew.
white guy.
I'm a
Okay, you're
Jew.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure maybe you've experienced some oppression in your life as a Jewish
Yeah.
person. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, like,
And your nose is small. You're lucky.
I know I got it done so that she wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish. No, I mean, the amount of anti-Semitic comments
Jess,
I've seen
I
my entire
understand
life
it,
is
but it's
crazy.
also like it's a comedy club where it's like you go into that willing to let those things go
Well,
for
yeah.
the time that you're in
no,
that
you
comedy
don't.
club.
You know how many friends of
You
mine?
don't. Everybody
so
else-
many friends of mine who are straight white guys who enjoy. They don't want to
disgusting.
hear.
How dare
They don't
you.
want to. I didn't
Jess,
say okay.
Let me just
What?
ask
I'm
here.
in the middle of making a point.
I know, but fair enough. Go finish
Well,
the point.
fuck,
I don't want.
I'm just saying that a lot of people I know, people who I don't even know personally, who come to my shows, a whole collection of different people, different identities. They're like, this is so nice. It's so refreshing to be at a show where I don't feel like there are hate crimes on
Right.
stage.
Yeah.
Where I don't feel like my identity is being attacked, where
Right.
the identity of my friends are being attacked,
Yeah.
where I have to sit through racist material, I have to sit through sexist shit, where I have to watch
Yeah.
my
So-
friends get harassed in the audience.
Right.
People don't like a lot of people don't like comedy like that. The reason that shows like hosted by marginalized people, produced by us, the reason they're successful is because there's a market for that, and there's a lot of people, even people who look like you, who come to my shows
Look
and
like
love
me.
it. I'm just saying.
Jews? Yeah.
You look like a skinhead, actually.
Yeah, a lot of skinheads.
Yeah.
So many
They come to your
skinheads at my shows. Yeah,
and they're
I
like,
love
look
it.
at so many targets all in one place.
Oh, funny joke.
What I
Thank
want
you.
to
Yeah.
ask
Stop
is
banging your nose
It's
against
interesting
the
because
mic, Jess.
Ashley brought up the we did a
my
roast.
God.
We did a roast one winter for we did a thing called Chirp Fest where you just got on stage and chirped each other. It's a Canadian version, ripping off the roast battles, where people really dig in deep on whatever you are
Yeah.
in those roast battles, and they go hard. They go hard at you for your race. They go hard at you for your weight. They go hard at you for your sexual preference. All of that, and those were supremely successful for a very long time. Look at the Comedy Central roast, how massive those were in terms of ratings and things.
My wife, by the way, 3-0 at the Roast Masters in New York City.
Unbelievable!
Yeah.
Wow,
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's I didn't even know that. I'm afraid, but when is there a difference when everyone is in the room together? And then second part of that question: if it's comedy, should there be a difference when people aren't in the room together because it's still creating laughter?
Oh, I don't think it matters who's in the room or who's not. I mean
on the stage. So if it's only white guys on a stage roasting everyone, does it only matter then if there are other people there of different, of different?
well, I mean, I definitely think it's worse when it's only white guys all roasting
But if
everyone
the
else.
purpose is just because again, you got to understand, I'm not a comedian. Okay, I'm a host of many comedians. I get to moderate. I get to enjoy humor. But we're getting a ton of fucking calls. And I'm getting distracted. Sorry. What I love about comedy, and I said this early in the program, but I just want to repeat it, is that it was the one place I could go in this world where I didn't have to worry about being offended and being offended about either being Jewish or being offended about, I said this earlier, suicide in my family, and you hear comics going about people getting suicide. So that hits me really fucking deep to almost bring to the point where it brings me tears.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? That's unfair because I came in here and now I'm hypocritical at laughing at some things, but not others. So when I go to comedy clubs, I try not to be hypocritical. I try to laugh or just not laugh. And if I don't find something funny, I just let it go because the purpose and the intent was to bring pleasure, not to bring these white supremacists or these assholes or these certain groups and creating hate. That's, in my mind, comedy is never about inciting hate. And I'm surprised that this is what a lot of people are maybe thinking. I am surprised by that.
It is inciting hate, though. Like, this show is inciting hate.
The show itself just is just 4 or 5 funny guys being funny.
But it's never just about that. It's never just a joke. There's a bigger picture here.
No, it's comedy. It's just a joke. This is
No,
where we
it's not.
different. This is probably
this is the
why
hypocritical stuff.
I work
I'm asking honestly
more.
about, like, it feels subjective now.
It feels subjective?
Like, where comedy is subjective, right? Do we agree to that?
Sure.
You like some things, you don't like others.
Yeah.
But comedians on stage trying to make jokes, that's the concrete similarity between every comedian going up. Is it not?
Okay.
Attempting humor, which is not fucking easy. I don't want to know why any of you fuckers do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you try to create humor. And sometimes you kill, like J.J. Lieberman, and sometimes you bomb, like J.J. Lieberman.
Yeah.
And that happens. But, to walk away and like, isn't there, especially as a comic, don't you kind of want to take a deep breath? Maybe check out the show first and see it, because that's what I would want to do if there was an anti-Jew show. I would want to check it out first to see what people.
I don't need to check out a show with 4 white guys doing comedy. I see that all the fucking time.
Okay.
And
Well, not
let
in
me
your
tell you,
rooms.
I definitely, before JJ was fired, I definitely don't need to see JJ Lieberman do comedy ever again. That would be just be a
Wow.
delight. What a gift that would
You
be to me.
are cancer on comedy. That's exactly what you are. You
I'm a
kill
cancer
comedy.
on comedy?
You're cancer to comedy.
Oh,
You're
my
really
God.
horrible. I'm going to look you up online and watch your TED Talks, and hopefully I can get some subscribers to your Patreon page. I'm looking forward to it.
Holy
You're absolutely
shit.
mistaken.
I am not
You're
mistaken,
trying to
man.
put limitations on comics. You're fucked up. You're the wrong thing. You're fucking comedy ISIS, lady.
The limitations that are on Jess's show are like no rape jokes, and it's pretty easy to not tell a rape joke.
I have a fucking hilarious rape joke, and it'll kill
don't know.
tonight.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
surprised you
My
do it
wife
all.
has a hilarious rape
Oh,
joke.
great.
We find funny in everything.
Your wife's a
Yeah.
rape survivor.
Rape survivor, she makes a joke. I'm a rape survivor. 8 rapes, no charges. I'm surviving.
Oh,
Me, Todd Shapiro, and the
I've
staff
been-
laugh.
Oh my God. You're
My wife's
calling me
laughing.
fucked up and you just made that
Oh,
joke?
fuck.
You don't have a funny bone in your body, lady.
Oh, fuck
Hang
you,
on,
man.
we got 40 seconds
You're
left, but
horrible.
we can keep talking. The show ends, but it all goes up
I
later.
mean, I'm not going to keep talking to somebody who's
Okay.
as ignorant as this man.
Ignorant.
saying beside
Okay,
me.
let-
good.
ignorant.
Jess, where can people find you or give you death threats? Where
I'll
can people
be
find
on
you? Give you death threats?
Facebook complaining. All right.
No, we're-
Like, you guys are mocking death threats right now. This
no, that-
is
I was
like...
thinking
We got
to him.
death threats
I was
too.
thinking to
Death
him.
threats are both sides.
I was again
Death
making a
threats are
light how
both
ridiculous
sides.
this all is. Let's just come together. Like,
Yeah.
and where's the intent? And, again, I'm not mocking anything here, I promise you, Jess. I'm trying to bring it as Ashley knows me. I'm trying to bring it as a healthy discussion to find out if there's a compromise in the stuff. And for me, the compromise is funny and laughing. And we got to run. And I just hope we can do that. I really do.
Yeah.
I think the compromise is I think this show would be funny if it was all black women. Put black women on the show.
I will take that note and I will pass it to the producer. I think it's a very
I asked
lovely
Aisha
note.
Brown to come on.
No, I
she
mean
said
on
I
White
asked-
Guys Matter.
You mean-
If
oh,
the show
White
was
Guys
called
Matter.
White Guys
Sorry.
Matter and it was all black women.
We got to run. Okay, we're out. But we can keep talking on the podcast. Can we put on the caller? Let's put on the caller. Keep
Yeah.
her going. Hi, you're on air. You're not on air, but you're on the podcast part now. What's your name?
Eric Nesbitt.
How you doing, Eric? Where you calling from?
Mill Creek, Oklahoma.
I'm worried about this guy, Jess. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing all right. I'm just wondering if she feels the same way about when people come to comedy shows and they sit in the front row and comics, dog them about the way they look or with the partner they're with and stuff like that. I mean, if you say, okay, we can't make this joke, where do you draw the line at?
About what? Making fun of somebody's appearance?
He's saying, like, when
Yeah,
you
if-
say people
I mean, some
feel...
people- there's people that's real depressed about the way they look, and that may be the straw that they go home and commit suicide or some shit. If you're going to say stuff like that, I mean, where's the line going to stop at?
Well, I firstly don't really do that in my comedy. So
Do you rip
number
at anyone
one.
ever, Jess? Do you ever tear
Well, I
anyone
know, but
apart?
there is comics that do it. I mean, you
I
can't
do
just
it.
blanket like, okay, no one can do this as a comic.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that a person's individual traumas, like if they're depressed or if they have personal issues, I'll never know that about their lives. What I'm talking about is ripping into somebody's identity, which generally most of the time, like there's a reason people are marginalized, why they're in those categories is because they've been oppressed at some point in their life. So I can usually predict that, maybe if I'm telling jokes about, for example, rape jokes. Oh, that's fun. Aaron's favorite category of joke.
Top 10.
Maybe the women in the audience won't really love that because there's a very good chance, like statistically, that some of them have been raped. But I can't really mind read what people are experiencing, and I think a lot of comics can't. I don't really do comedy like that. I don't really appreciate watching comedy like that. I think that especially when it's gender, if it's specific to your identity, I really don't like it.
Ashley, you get pretty like what I think maybe Jess would be deeming mean spirited now and say like you're fair game in your shows.
Oh, if I'm hosting and there's a man doing anything I don't like in the audience, I'll rip him to shreds.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll send him packing.
I mean, I think that's like also. I mean, I consider that punching up. I don't consider that punching down.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna like yell at a woman or anything. Well,
or like a person of color.
I'll yell at a bachelorette party. I'll fucking tear them apart too.
I mean, also though, a bachelorette party is like you're not like saying women are whores. You're like, bachelorette parties. Oh, this is a bit.
You're loud.
So let me ask you, and Eric, thanks for the call. I'll cut you off too because it's just going on a podcast. They call tomorrow. We'll talk to them. Thanks for the support.
I understand.
I'll leave it at this, but it may be in a way, like it's not like I'm sitting here defending the show, but maybe in a way, it's actually a disclaimer of some sorts, which might be beneficial for people who might go into comedy clubs and not be aware of what they might get, which happens all the time. That sensitive individual who's having a bad month and is feeling a little depressed maybe went into a club to get a pick-me-up and then all of a sudden gets ripped in because you never know what you're going to get on a lot of stages.
Sure.
And maybe the disclaimer part of it, knowing what you're going to get, is not the inciting hate thing, which I think you're interpreting it might be, but maybe that's actually, could maybe there be a positive out of that? That if you feel like you're going to be offended by the show, then you don't have to fucking go.
Maybe, but I think we know what they were doing with that title, and they wanted
sell seats.
They want to sell seats.
Kevin Brennan made up that title to do the show at the Comedy Cellar in New York 2 months ago, and we just kept the title for here. We don't have to sell seats. I don't have a door deal. We just did it to get a discussion about comedy happening, and it's wonderful that it's happening. And it's great to see that we're on different pages and that we can talk about it.
Oh, I disagree with that, too.
Yeah, you disagree with everything. That's why you're not funny.
Oh no,
she's so funny.
I'm
she
so
really?
funny.
She's funny. She's
You're such
really,
a,
really
All
funny.
right,
Well, why
Ashley
would you
says
assume?
she's funny.
Why would you
She's so
assume
funny.
because I'm having this like intellectual conversation with you and I don't like your kind of comedy? Why would you assume I'm not
Well, I would
funny?
think as a
See,
comic,
what's so
even when you would
interesting is that
talk seriously, you'd inject some funny into it.
when I I take this matter really seriously. That's why I'm not injecting that many.
well,
What do you?
I take everything seriously, but I make jokes about it.
Oh, should I make jokes like the ones you made earlier
Sure.
about all those rapes?
Yeah, do
yeah.
'em. Yeah.
Is that what your version of comedy is?
Is that an admission of guilt or is that a joke and you have to suspend disbelief?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys love suspending disbelief.
Yeah,
That's your
you
favorite
guys.
fucking
Oh
thing.
my God, this is so anti-misogynist. I'm going to start a group.
Thanks for coming in. You did that on last minute. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do appreciate you coming in as well.
And I hope you come back anytime. Will you come back?
As long as Aaron's not here.
Aaron lives in New York. I don't think he's going to
Yeah,
be here.
like every couple of years.
But yeah, I mean, we'd love to have you back. Ashley, thank you. You didn't say much.
No, I had a great time though. You got new candy on the back. No, I Jess is one of my favorite people, and
Yeah.
I'm just not as smart as she is, and you know why I come? I just want to get money from callers.
We're
No,
off
I
air
think
now, I know.
I think I hate the title of the show. I'm here supporting my friend, and I'm just not as smart as she is.
You're also not the only person who hates the style of that show. There are lots of people who hate it.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Lots.
Aaron, thanks for coming in. I respect
Dude.
you for
It's-
being you.
The most fun that I've had, and this was like such a great thing to talk with them and to be able to get like angry a little bit. It was great. We laughed for a while. We got angry. It's a wonderful experience overall. White guys matter.
No, they don't.
Women are funnier.
Oh, God, I just threw
I
up
think
in my
so.
own vagina.
I don't know.
There's a lot of very funny women.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
are one of them. My
Thank
wife
you.
is one of them. Jess could be one of them if she
She's
stopped
really funny.
censoring herself.
She's super funny.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
This wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Why would it be bad?
I don't know. I great.
Is that your most controversial episode in a long time?
Not
What was-
in a long time. Not
What
the
was
most.
the most controversial?
JJ Lieberman put a hamster in his asshole.
Blau and I throw rocks at each other sometimes. It gets a little weird.
Malachala, malachala, no Quran. I gotta pee.
Pedro's
Okay,
last day?
Thanks, Aaron Berg. Go. Aaron's got a bunch. Just follow him. Aaron Berg. Is that where he is? Aaron Berg Comedy. You'll find out all the shows. Jess, where can people